Turn yourself up, captivate y'all. In case there's no time left, you gotta be willing to rely on your own. Welcome to another episode of See My Organic Kitchen, where we do all things organic. My name is Chizqi, and today, bam, I'm doing garbanzo beans, aka chickpeas. Stick around to see how I do it. Pass that to grow yourself, so cease to put your life in the hands of somebody else. Take a kind of desire, y'all, to belong your health. Holistically speaking, nutrition tends to increase your wealth. However, consuming those poisonous foods cause less than a premature death. Idiomatic expression, y'all, don't even hold your breath. Besides living disease-stricken, this weed too heartfelt. On the 12th of every month, if the doctor you dwell, there with the legal drug dealers, treatments all they prescribe. You are the prey that's been trapped in a scandalous bribe. You've been treated with the pharmaceutical justice keep you alive. Adherence must be expeditious for speech or die. All right, let's get started. So this process is called the fermentation stage. It is beneficial for at least a couple of reasons. One being it makes for an easier digesting bean. Second of all, and even more importantly, it removes the phytic acid from the bean. Phytic acid is spelled P-H-Y-T-I-C-A-C-I-D. And it is something that's produced by the seed in order to protect the life of the plant. Although good for the plant, it has no significant benefit to us. In fact, it interferes with our body's ability to absorb important nutrients such as iron, zinc, calcium, etc. Garbanzo beans are part of the legume family. Other examples of legumes are black beans, great northern beans, pinto beans, black eyed peas, and many different colors of lentils. Something else important to mention about garbanzo beans, they're on the low glycemic end of the spectrum, which means they have enough fiber inside of them to prevent a rapid insulin or blood sugar spikes. Other examples of foods that are on the low glycemic end of the spectrum are stuff like sweet potatoes, brown rice, oatmeal, etc., or even vegetables. On the opposite end, you have the high glycemic end of the spectrum, which is like white rice, white potatoes, white bread, refined carbohydrates like candy, cookies, ice cream, stuff like that. Stuff you want to most definitely stay away from if you don't want to gain excessive weight or have diabetes. None of us want that stuff. So anyway, let's go ahead and proceed on. Simple process. Only thing we do is pour the beans into the water. Add about a teaspoon of salt. The salt helps help it break down. It helps ferment it. Also important to mention, you want to use good water. Like this is filtered water. Actually reverse osmosis water. So put the salt in, give it a good stir. Cover it and just tuck it away. Tuck it away for at least 24 hours. At least that's ideal. Therefore, you get the best benefit out of the bean and as many nutrients as possible. I'm looking at almost 3 p.m. So I will see you guys again tomorrow, but you'll be seeing me in about 3 seconds. All right, so it's been about 22 hours since the last session. Not quite 24, but close enough. Let's go and get started with the cooking process. First things first, let's go ahead and strain these beans. Put all the water off of. Alright, so I like to rinse mine off after the fermenting, just to go ahead and get the beans nice and clean. Get all the that slight bitter taste from it, from the ferment. Get it off the beans, make the beans nice and clean, you know. So now this is something you don't have to do. It's just something I like to do. So give it a good rinse. Good rinse. See, the first time the water was kind of brownish looking. Now it's much clearer, so. Alright, so let's go ahead and set that over here. Grab my pot. Alright, so we have a white onion. We're going to use about half of it. And we have a teaspoon of sea salt and 2 tablespoons of EVO, extra virgin olive oil. Alright, so I'm going to cut this onion first. Now, what I do is just cut it in like a half onion. Take a half onion and cut it in 2 pieces. Because I just added to the pot just for flavor. So let's get our oil inside the pot. Let's get this onions in there. Add the beans. All the beans. Sprinkle out salt on it. And we're going to use about 6 cups of water. Just want to start with 6 cups of water. It could take more than that. So this is about 8 cups right here. Yeah, that's 8 cups. So we'll start with about 6 cups. And if we need any more, then we just add it throughout the cooking process. All right, it's about 6 cups. So we just set this onto the stove top on medium heat. Let's cover it up. And we're gonna let that go for about up to 3 hours. Yeah, it may not take 3 hours, but it'll take up to 3 hours. And like I say, if we need more water throughout the cooking process, then we just add it, and we'll check it, periodically, just to make sure we keep some juice inside the beans. I know everybody likes the juice inside the beans, right? Don't want them to dry out and kind of scorch the bottom of the pot. So anyway, until then, stay tuned, and we'll see you guys back in a minute. All right, guys, welcome back. It's been almost 3 hours. It's been about 2 hours and 58 minutes, and the beans are done. Yep. Let's get them out this pot here. Oh, they look very nice. Let's give them a taste. Make sure they're soft or softened. Perfect. So I let mine go for 3 hours because I like them soft. I don't like them like hard. And so I don't have a bunch of juice left over. The only time I'm worried about, keeping juice in it is when I'm going to eat these things with cornbread or something like that. Whenever I have a cheat meal. So I just cook mine until all the water is almost dried out, because I just eat mine just plain like this here. Or some other ways I like to eat mine is with diced tomatoes on top of it, or just eat it alongside with meat. But today I'm going to be having it with sauteed, well, not sauteed, but caramelized onions and caramelized bell peppers. I sauteed this, or I caramelized this while waiting for the beans to cook. And just to let you guys know, I did use all the water, so it took 8 cups of water. And I forgot to mention this in the beginning when we first started this cooking process. Actually, before we started the ferment stage, we started out with 1.5 pounds of garbanzo beans. That's about 24 ounces. And this is the end results. Nice big bowl. I'm gonna give it a taste here. Make myself a plate. I have a spoon. Got myself some water here. So let's get a couple of these here. I'll tell you what, I'm about to mess up. I gotta measure it first. Gotta know what I'm eating. All right. So we'll go for about 250 grams, which is about 50 grams of carbohydrates. All right, 250. Now we'll go for some of these beautiful, beautiful nice, beautiful caramelized onions and bell peppers. These are yellow onions. I don't really have to measure this out, but we'll see how much I'm putting in. Just a bit more. I think that'll be fine. It's about 65 grams. You don't have to measure it out. Hardly no calories in it. What it is, actually some calories in it by way of olive oil, because I did caramelize this with 2 tablespoons of olive oil. This is a whole entire yellow onion and a whole entire green bell pepper. And I usually it used to take me about 15 minutes to get it to this color. I'll start out with high heat and I'll reduce the heat as I go. By the time I'm finished, it's just simmering. But nice and sweet. I use this as a topping for a lot of dishes that I eat. And this is how it looked before I mixed everything up. Just like that. Nice. Move my scale out the way. Let's get this thing all mixed all up. So I caramelized this with put a little salt. I don't use pepper with it, just a little salt. And it's already salt inside of the beans also, because I use, like I said, 1 teaspoon of salt while cooking the beans. So all right, let's give her a taste. See what she tastes like. No, she's hot. I like it. Love it. Again, just do a recap. We fermented these beans for 22 hours. We cooked them on a temperature of 4, which is around medium heat, and we did that for 3 hours, or 2 hours and 58 minutes. And just added a little caramelized veggies with it. Got a beautiful dish. It's just one of the ways you can have it. This is the way I like to have it. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us on another episode of See My Organic Kitchen. Stay tuned for more episodes. And remember, keep all things organic. That is very important. Be good and catch you on the next one.